and welcome to another insightful episode of the Tax Talk. I'm your host, Oyinlala Sally. On today's edition of the program, we delve into a very important topic that requires paying attention: technology and its profound impact on tax compliance. Other lineup on the show includes updates from the business world, in-depth stories, and the voices from the street. But first, let's kick off with the latest in business news. Stay with us.
This is business news. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has inaugurated the Onyigbo and Yaba overpass bridges as part of effort to complete and open the Red Line Rail project. This is a testament to the government's commitment to putting taxpayers' money into good use by investing in infrastructure development. Speaking on the significance of the Onyigbo overpass, Sanwo-Olu said, quote, "Given the importance of Onyigbo as a major link between the mainland and the island, we are investing so much in the provision of transport infrastructure that will support commerce and enhance ease of movement." Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that despite the challenges faced in the past, the state has been able to move forward in the development of a transport infrastructure. He also highlighted the strategic location of the Onyigbo train solution of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line, which is intended to facilitate the creation of a seamless integrated intermodal transport system for the people. The governor also assured residents that his administration is determined to keep the state moving forward, saying the project inaugurated are just the beginning. Earlier, Sanwo-Olu, while unveiling the Yaba overpass, reiterated that bridges are being constructed across rail lines in the state to stop train vehicular accidents. Arrangements have been concluded by the Lagos State Government and the Enterprise NGR, an advocacy group that promotes the growth and development of Nigeria's financial and professional services sector as a catalyst for economic development, to take part in the Lord Mayor's show in London. The decision of the Lagos State Government and Enterprise NGR to take part in the Lord Mayor's show holding in London this week was disclosed during a press conference by the Lagos International Financial Center Council, chaired by Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu and co-chaired by Enterprise NGR's chairman Mr. Aigboje Aiki-Mokwede. Speaking at a press conference, Governor Sanwo-Olu had earlier signed an Executive Order 3 to inaugurate the Lagos International Financial Center Council, symbolizing his administration's commitment to making the state a global financial hub. Said, Lagos State and Enterprise NGR are poised to make history as the first African participant invited to join the prestigious Lord Mayor's Show's 805th procession in London. During the Lord Mayor's Show, Lagos, represented by Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State, and other members of the Lagos International Financial Center Council, will engage in strategic one-on-one and bilateral meetings with key United Kingdom-based businesses, investors, government officials, and Nigerians in the diaspora, all with one message: Lagos is open for business. Come and invest in Africa's economic powerhouse. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who is the chairman of the council, said the objective is to work collaboratively to provide financial services, drive investment structure, and create a conducive environment to ensure transformation and align with the federal government on its economic recovery plans. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has said his administration is working on not less than 3,500 home units across the 5 divisions of the state to address housing deficit. He said the unit will be ready for the inauguration soon. Speaking during the 50th year celebration of the International Real Estate Federation Nigeria chapter in Lagos, the governor, who was represented by the Commissioner for Housing, Moruf Akiderun-Fatai, reiterated the determination of the government to make a huge impact in the housing sector to address the state's ever-swelling demography caused by rural-urban drift and migration from neighboring countries. And that's it on business news.
I will make a start shortless business. They give 150k to my friends. Let's do this. Taxes? I didn't even think about this. So I'll have to pay tax to build a house in Lagos. Maybe I should take a remote job. That way, I can avoid taxes. But wait, bloggers and content creators pay taxes too. So tax officials in Lagos monitor digital space for tax payment. Wait, why don't I start importing and exporting of phones and gadgets? Bro, how far now?
Femo, how far?
Bro, I won't join the business where they do.
Oh, smart. You just need money. I hope you have your tax clearance certificate.
Tax? Are you kidding me?
Without it, shishi, you no fit do. You have to visit the nearest tax office.
I can't believe it. There's no way out of this. I have to face my tax obligations if I want to start a life in Lagos.
Dear Lagosians, your taxes enable the government to invest in education, healthcare, security, housing, and many more. By continuing to pay your taxes, you are investing in a brighter future for all. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS.
Thank you for staying connected to the Tax Talk. In today's digital age, technology has revolutionized the way we conduct business, manage finances, and inevitably pay our taxes. With the rise of electronic transactions, cloud computing, and data analytics, tax compliance has entered a new era. On the big story today, our experts weigh in on the impact of technology and tax compliance and the need for adoption of this transformation.
This is the big story. Taxes play a pivotal role in shaping the fortunes of any region, and Lagos State is no exception. As Nigeria's economic powerhouse and one of the fastest growing cities in Africa that has undergone remarkable transformation over the years, Lagos' tax revenue has emerged as a critical factor driving its evolution into a major economic hub. With the population projected to reach an estimated 24.5 million by the year 2035, the city is faced with challenges such as housing, increased demand in public services, and infrastructures, to mention a few. To address our needs, improvement in revenue generation is paramount. And over the years, LIRS has made technology a powerful ally in her journey towards improved tax collection and compliance. The mode of payment and identifying the tax base has been made easier due to the adoption and advancement in the use of technology.
It has been largely manual, where receipts are handwritten, tax clearance are manual, and as well as cash exchange hands for services, and at the same time, checks also being used as a means of payment of taxes to the government. So the problem includes, but not limited to, lack of a unique identification of payers, lack of proper reporting, undercutting, falsification of receipting, and the like. So it's tough to actually manage manual system because it's a bit cumbersome.
One improvement technology brought in the tax administration in Lagos State is the introduction of the Enterprise Tax Administration System, e-Tax. It is a system which allows taxpayers to file their returns online from the comfort of their homes or offices. It represents a significant shift towards an efficient, accurate, and accessible tax system. The e-Tax is more than just a mere convenience. With e-Tax, taxpayers can request or file in for their tax clearance certificate, ETCC, complete their obligations without the traditional paperwork and in-person visit. The e-Tax enhances data accuracy and minimizes the chances of manual errors, which in turn leads to a transparent and reliable tax ecosystem.
It's helped improve the efficiency in the LRS, and efficiency on both ends, efficiency from the taxpayer's point of view, and also efficiency from the tax receiver's point of view, which is the government. So I would say it's helped with efficiency, and I think it's also helped with some level of automation. So today, for example, I believe you can go onto the LRS, and then you could see payments. You could make payments. You have different payment options. The ease of being able to pay your taxes, has been digitalized. And that's something I feel like the LRS is doing very well, and that helps with some level of transparency as well. Because now you can know exactly how much you're meant to pay, what the calculations are. So I'll say efficiency and some level of transparency.
The introduction of e-tax is a major game changer. E-tax brought about having a unique payer so that a payer can be identified. There is a self-service application which allows you to interact with tax authority conveniently in your office, home, anytime, anywhere. So it allows you to be able to file returns, unlike the previous activity where you do that manually with a heap of files. So you can sit at your convenience to file in your returns and the like. So it's a new thing that has happened to Lagos, and this is commendable.
With the introduction of Enterprise Tax Administration System, it has made tax payments, filings, and assessment a lot easier for taxpayers and LIRS alike. With these, LIRS can track tax payment, identify non-compliant taxpayers, and achieve accurate data. The technology has reduced operational costs, reduced leakages, and increased compliance among taxpayers, hence the increase in the revenue collection of the state.
Over the past few years, we've seen the success in that, because we're able to migrate our old legacy application to a new one, and we have seen the effect of doing that because our IGR in the last few years have increased. So there is a critical success factor in, in leveraging on technology for tax administration systems.
One of the key components is that you now have genuine payer and unique payer through your employee or direct assessment, because you are expected to log into e-tax through your unique ID using your NIN. And when you use that, it gives you a unique identification. And when you look at that, it also adds to the number of people on the database, and which thereby increasing the number of payments or revenue that is expected through that system. So you can say that over time it has grown and it's continued to grow.
While technology undoubtedly holds the potential to enhance compliance, there is a critical infrastructure which the LIRS underpins as part of its success enforcement. LIRS employs the innovative technology to enforce compliance for erring taxpayers. This includes sending automated reminders, issuing penalties, and in severe cases, initiating legal proceedings. Technology indeed has become a game changer in tax administration in Lagos State, engendering accountability and transparency.
It's transparent, it's better now because it's transparent, because it's easier to be administered. You can trace. There is what we call trail, and the client, even the payer, can now see the what he has filed. He can review. You can object within certain window that is provided by law if what you have provided is or your expectation is not met. So the systems also allow you and it reduces human intervention. So it's almost end-to-end system that have been built, and it provides a self-assessment mechanism for taxpayer. You can sit and log into e-tax and establish your assessment before you are even before the authority. So it gives you first-hand information before you even go before. After raising your assessment, and a bill like invoice is raised for you for the taxpayer, It allows the taxpayer also to access omni-channel, that is payment system, that various channels that are onboarded on e-tax, you can use that to make your payments where receipt is generated automatically. And this also give room for those people paid for to receive their notifications through SMS or email, as a case may be, depending on the information provided by that particular taxpayer. So it gives a robust system for even SMEs to engage the consultant and see what the consultant is doing on behalf of the client on the system. So these are all provided for on this system that we call e-tax.
We have simplified the process that a bill has to be generated on the e-tax platform, which payments can be made upon. This is to ensure that bill reconciliations are done seamlessly without any fault, because obviously in the legacy application, you could have reconciliations of payments going wrong because people pay into the wrong code. But effectively, with this bill generation module, it means that taxpayers can, at a touch of a button, generate a bill on e-tax and make payments on e-tax without necessarily having to go to the bank. And that can be seamlessly done at the comfort of their own homes or their offices.
The transformative impact which technology has on tax compliance in Lagos State cannot be overstated. Technology has not only streamlined tax collection processes, but also yielded tangible results for both the government and taxpayers alike. While government benefit from increased efficiency, transparency and cost savings and plugging of revenue leakages, taxpayers enjoy convenience, reduced cost, and access to valuable information and services.
We mentioned a unique ID for tax payment. It's from that unique ID, which means that I can identify you. So after the identification, when service is about to be provided, there's some critical services, like maybe you want to obtain a contract from the government, or you want Forex and the likes, because you're actually on infrastructure of Lagos, which uses this taxpayers' money to build or to maintain. So at some point, you are expected to provide a kind of identification, and your tax clearance is the evidence of your tax payment. So when that is verified, so I will know whether you're paying or you're not paying. So when you're not paying, the law comes after you in a manner that is civil, and you are made to pay. So aside from that, tax payment is our road. Tax payment is our health. Tax payment is our schools. Tax payment is our security of lives and property. So it is something that the government use to actually cater or implement this that we have mentioned.
Ever wonder why Lagos is rated the highest in revenue generation in Nigeria? Well, here you have it. Lagos has reshaped her landscape through modern technology to improve compliance and increase the financial strength. With the adoption of technology in tax administration, the state has been able to improve its revenue collection and make tax administration more efficient, transparent, and accountable, thereby impacting on development in the state.
Fascinating insights. Technology indeed has the power to reshape how we navigate the tax landscape, as clearly highlighted in the big story, as this has made tax filing much easier. Let's take a break and we will be right back.
I will make a start shortlist business. They give them 150K to my friends. Let's do this. Taxes? I didn't even think about this. So I'll have to pay tax to build a house in Lagos. Maybe I should take a remote job. That way, I can avoid taxes. But wait, bloggers and content creators pay taxes too. So tax officials in Lagos monitor digital space for tax payment. Wait, why don't I start importing and exporting of phones and gadgets? Bro, how far now?
Femo, how far?
Bro, I want to join the business where they do.
Oh, smart. You just need money. I hope you have your tax clearance certificate.
Tax? Are you kidding me?
Without it, shishi, you no fit do. You have to visit the nearest tax office.
I can't believe it. There's no way out of this. I have to face my tax obligations if I want to start a life in Lagos.
Dear Lagosians, your taxes enable the government to invest in education, healthcare, security, housing, and many more. By continuing to pay your taxes, you are investing in a brighter future for all. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS.
This is the 15th or the 16th housing project that we're commissioning together in this administration. But today is about the Channel Point Apartments, which I was humbled to have initiated several years ago. It's really about the opportunity that Lagosians have given to us. It's really about ensuring that our economic agenda under the team's 6 pillar, that we can conveniently, at the end of our 4-year tenure, be able to look into the cameras and tell Lagosians that this government has hit every promise that we gave you on each of our team's agenda. But really is to say that in the housing industry, like I did mention, I think this is the 15th or the 16th housing project that we have handed over to our citizens. And as we pursue this housing agenda, we are rigorously pursuing a comprehensive urban renewal. And it speaks to what the KBC said. Lagos continue to remain home to over 23 million people, and the number is growing on a daily basis. Our states continue to remain the economic hub of not only our country, but the entire West African region.
You've been watching The Tax Talk, your weekly dose of information and education on tax administration in Lagos State. A dynamic business environment indeed requires adaptive strategies. All right, it's now time to take the conversation to the streets with a voice on the street. Stay with us.
Hi guys, you're welcome to another exciting episode on Voice on the Street on the Tax Talk. I still remain your favorite guy, Chibuzo, the Minister on the Street. As usual, guys, we are heading on the street of Lagos to get people's opinion, sample opinion of our guys on the streets. So, as usual, join me, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, to my own opinion, I think you pay your tax where you earn. The state you earn is where you should pay your tax. Because when we say paying your tax should be on where you live, to me, it doesn't make sense. Because it is that particular state you were able to gain employment. At least they've tried enough there. So, and it is that state you gain that employment. So you should be able to pay your tax there.
Tax is being paid, to my own understanding, where they are working. Where you are working and where you are doing your businesses, that's where you should pay tax.
I believe their place of work, because some state governments and the governors have done really great, making sure that there are job opportunities in their state. And so when it's time to pay the tax, it's better you pay it in that state. This will also encourage other state governors to, make job opportunities in their own state, so people can also pay their taxes in their own state.
The rule of law for taxation purpose, according to the personal income tax, is that you have to pay where you are resident. So if you are resident in Lagos State and you work in Ogun State, for example, you will be paying to the state government your income tax, and you would not pay to the Ogun State government where you work. So the rule of tax is you must pay tax where you are resident. Where you live, that is where you pay your tax for 186 days of the year. That's where you pay your tax.
That's it on the streets of Lagos, guys. Do not forget, I see you, your favorite guy, Chibuzo, the minister on the streets. Let's head back to the studio. The Tax Talk continues.
That concludes this enlightening episode of the Tax Talk. We've explored the dynamic interplay between technology and taxation, discussed the latest business trends, and heard from the people. Remember, staying informed is key to navigating the ever-evolving tax landscape. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, my name is Oyinlola Sally. See you next time, same station.